Happy Thursday morning. It's been fun being with you this week as we look at what a life of surrender looks like in order to be transformed into a tree that's producing better fruit. And we talked about being teachable and being informed of the truth. And today I want to move into training because information without implementation is useless. And so I shared this weekend about being 13 years old and about 90 pounds and going and buying the giant encyclopedia of bodybuilding that was about 1,000 pages, reading it over and over and over and over again till I knew everything there was to know about bodybuilding, but I never trained and I never changed and I never grew because I didn't take that information and do anything with it. It was just simply information that was in my brain. And I think, in our spiritual journey, we spend time in scripture, and if we don't take that scripture and begin to let it inform our decisions and begin to transform us, then we don't really change. James says, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself, but do what it says. Let its word begin to transform you. I shared another story about watching a medical show on brain surgery, and I've seen about 14 episodes. I watch it pretty intently, and so I think I can do this surgery, and I said that jokingly, and people laughed, but I think that we do that a lot. We think just because we know something that we are becoming something. And scripturally, Jesus wants us to follow him, to model his behavior, not simply memorize everything he said just for our knowledge, but that knowledge needs to begin to transform us for the sake of the people around us. And, when Timothy, when he says that, train ourselves to be godly, for physical training has some value, but godliness holds value for all things. What he's saying is if you are into physical fitness, which is great, then you need to take that same dedication and that same discipline and put it into your training in righteousness. Because if you don't, then you will not be transformed. We in weightlifting, we take rest days. Are you taking a Sabbath? We work on our diets, whether it is to lean down or to eat, 5,000 calories to bulk up. Are you fasting? Are you spending the same amount of time that you spend in the gym with God, is studying his scripture? It takes the same discipline and same dedication that you need to do on a daily basis in order to change and be transformed. So I just pray for you today that, the time that you spend with God, you would begin to let somebody, whether that's a mentor, whether that's somebody in your small group, come alongside of you and just help you train to be godly. I pray for you. I pray for your families. God bless you, and see you tomorrow.